Oh yeah, we're live. We're live. We're live, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. It is Monday afternoon. Monday? Today's Monday. I'm not working until 5 o'clock, so I got time. And I put as a title, Should I Bike Across America a Fourth Time? Let's see what happens. I just want to get feedback. And I will work on a pros and cons list with my notebook here. And let's just do a live stream. Let's just see what happens. I don't really have much of an agenda. Hey, Sean. I don't have much of an agenda other than to talk and maybe talk about biking across America. See where the conversation goes. This video has been brought to you by the Body Armor drink, specifically the strawberry banana flavor. This is so good. How is everyone? Oh, I'm going to let me text some of my friends too. Let me just text. Dave, I am live streaming right now. Period. Would you like to join us? Question mark. Smiley face. YouTube.com/kiss cactus. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't have hundreds of people watching. In fact, right now I have 2 people watching. That's it. Arthur, I am live streaming right now, period. If you are bored at work, you're welcome to watch, ! Smiley face. Let me get... It's actually kind of warm. It's actually kind of warm today. What is the temperature in West Cliff, Colorado right now?
It's currently 61 degrees.
Oh my gosh, it's 61! It feels hot. It feels pretty warm here in Colorado. Wow. There's still snow. I still have snow in my patio. With the cactuses. You see all the snow? Look at all that snow. I shoveled a little bit of it. See the cactuses? A lot of snow. By the way, I have sponsors for this I have sponsors. My strawberry banana body armor right here. It hits the spot. Also, this video has been brought to you by, I put my Carlos Lopez for State Senate District 35 sign right there. So the election's tomorrow. All right. So at least that won't be too offensive to most people. But if you do live in our district, vote for Carlos. Carlos Lopez, good guy. And he's my friend, too. And I got my can of pineapple chunks. So far, it's a pretty boring live stream, but that's all right. Glenda, I am live streaming right now. Would you like to join us? ? Smiley face. Thanks for the information about your health, too. Glenda's going through a hard time. Josh, where's Josh been? Josh, I am live streaming right now. Join us? ? Smiley face. I haven't heard from Josh in a while. Josh. Jeff, I am live streaming right now. Join us? ? Smiley face. And then I got to invite Jolene. Jolene, I am live streaming right now. Join us? ? Smiley face. I'm going to keep inviting people. I've mainly invited the most regulars. Oh, Kansas Kelly. Wait, I got to invite Kansas Kelly. Kansas Kelly. Here we go. Kelly, I am live streaming on YouTube right now, period. Join us, ? Smiley face. youtube.com/kisscactus. Yeah, I got it. It got it. Hopefully Kansas Kelly shows up. Hello to the 3 people watching. Hello, Sean. It's been, I don't know. I'm just here in my kitchen. I don't know what's going to happen with this live stream. We'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe I won't do my pros and cons list about biking across America. We'll see. My bike is right here. There's my bike. Very nice bike. We'll see. If the topic comes up, if the topic and the discussion, if it comes up naturally about whether to bike across America, I'll do my pros and cons list with my little notebook here. So, by the way, in other news, the toy snake sold. It sold for $53. Isn't that something? $53. So, and it sold to Travis in Saskatchewan. So I mailed it to him this morning. It'll take a few days, hopefully not too long. And so thank you, Travis, for buying the toy snake. And he paid $53 for it. And I put a sheet of paper in there and I said something like, this is the official toy snake, and it's a part of history. And then I signed it. And so how about that? Maybe I'm going to call Kelly. We're going to spice up this live stream. Come on, Kelly. Answer, please. Testing. Kelly. Is it ringing? It's not ringing. Come on. We got 3 people watching. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being myself here. This is not very entertaining. Come on, Kelly. All right, I'll call her phone. Let me call her phone. Kelly. Here we go. Kansas Kelly. Here we go. All right, it's ringing at least. See, Kansas Kelly. I'm calling Kansas Kelly right here. Come on, Kelly, answer. She's busy at work. Oh, gosh.
Hi, this is Kelly. I'm away from my phone, so please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Come on, Kelly. Kelly, I just wanted to say hi. It's Steve. Hey, I'm in my kitchen here in West Cliff, Colorado, and I'm doing a YouTube live stream right now. I've got 5 people in my live stream, and we've been going for about 9 minutes. We're having a good time in my kitchen. I'm trying to entertain, and I thought I would call you and maybe interview you during my live stream. Wouldn't that be fun? We could talk about Kansas or Colorado or, whatever, how your job is going. So, all right. I hope you're well, Kelly. All right. Take care now. All right. Okay, bye. All right. Now, I'm going to work on my pros and cons list. Pros, cons. All right. Let's see. Let's work on this. Bike across America. Pros and cons. Help me out here. What are some of the pros? What are some of the cons? Hey, Kaden. Hey, Caden. Do I get pulled over when I bike? No. Why would I get pulled over? I guess if I made a traffic mistake on the road or something, I could get pulled over. You can get ticketed. Cyclists can get ticketed. But outside of that, no, I don't get pulled over. So welcome, Caden. Welcome, Sean. I don't know. I'm just in a funny mood right now. All right, I'll just try to work on this. Pros and cons. Oh, Glenda. Glenda texted me. Glenda said, I can for a bit, and she's at work. Hey, Glenda. Glenda. Oh, a fourth person just came in. Is it Glenda? Hey, Glenda. I hope you're well. This has turned into a lousy live stream. I might call it that. This is turning into a lousy live stream. I'm going to put that. This turned into a lousy live stream. All right, man. It is good to exercise. Oh, okay. So, Caden, you want to give me one positive to biking across America is great exercise. No doubt about that. Like the exercise, you feel good like that. I totally agree with that. Hey, Glenda, there you are. Hey, Glenda. Glenda, everybody, see Lena's mom? That's Glenda. And Glenda she's one of only, her husband, and her daughter are the only people that have met up with me on all three of my Bike Across America trips. Now, granted, I kind of biked through her region of West Texas. But, yeah, let me find a picture of Glenda here. Let's see. Lenora? Was it the day? Wait, Lordsburg, Deming, El Paso. It's somewhere here. This is a bad, lousy live stream anyway. Hey, Glenda. Glenda, there's my bike that I've used to bike across America 3 times. There it is. There's my bike. So, and Carlos Lopez is running for state senate. He's my friend. And it's kind of a boring live stream. All right, let me find this. Let's see here. Here it is. Hey, Glenda. Remember this picture? Look at that picture, Glenda. Glenda's on the right. Sean, and then me, and then that's Kim and Glenda. Isn't that a great shot? A great shot of us. That was day 24. I was in Big Spring, Texas, biking across America. And I was hanging out with Lena's mom. And the headline says, West Texas, y'all. It was a West Texas kind of day. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it, Glenda? Glenda, remember this video? Remember the video? We were driving to Midland to that bicycle. Here, I'll play it. Let's see. I haven't watched it.
All right, it's day 24. And this video begins with me sitting in a car on a highway with Sean and Glenda.
There's Glenda.
We're headed to a bicycle shop in Midland. Tire and figure out the pump issue, and I need to buy new gloves, and my bike is in the back there. So I took the front wheel off. I took the bags off. You know, the panniers and the trunk box.
I look so thin.
That bike is so light when everything's off of it.
I look really, when you're biking across America, you lose weight. So I look lighter. My face isn't as fat. So there you go. So good times. Hey, Glenda, do you remember this? Glenda, here. Remember this? That's a special picture. Here, wait, I got another one. I trust they have good pictures of their time, but here, it's kind of... Hey! What? Dwight, what are you doing? Hold on a second. Dwight, that's not good. All right. Dwight, what are you doing, man?
Give me a keepsake.
Oh my gosh, you're giving me a keep. Hold on a second. Dwight's being a wise guy here. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to get to what Dwight did because I don't want to. I want to keep a little bit off. Here's the other picture, Glenda. Remember this picture? Let's see. There you go. Isn't that a great picture? Hey, what year in college is Lena in? Is she a junior? She a junior in college now? Good memory. So my last Bike Across America trip was 2017. And you can see the whole bike, you can see the whole journal where every day I have photos of each, like each day. You start counting the days. Bicycletrip.net is the website. Go check it out. I just put a link in the chat section. And on day 24, I met up with Lena's mom. And there she is, Glenda on the right. And I'm left of center there. Good memories. So it's been 3.5 years. And we'll see. We'll see if I go again. I'm renaming this live stream. This turned into a lousy live stream. Oh my gosh. Lena, she's getting married on December 30th. She would be a senior, but she didn't go back this year. She needs to, she's not, what is she going to do? What's her major and why is she quitting college? Is she quitting permanently? That's not really okay. She is going back, right? Sorry. Good times. Good times. Then Dana, the next day. All right, so I'm kind of jumbling. I met with Glenda on day 24 of my 2017 bike trip, all right? And then the next day, I was in Lenora. I biked to Big Spring, and then I biked to Colorado City, where Brian and Dana was the pastor of this church, of the Presbyterian Church in Colorado City, Texas, and her husband, Brian. So they let me stay inside the church sanctuary, and that was really fun. So anyway, so many neat people I met on the trip. Good times. The people you meet, I'll put that as a pro. The potential for the people you meet. I got my pros and cons list right here. All right, so she is going to go back. Okay. If she's a costume design major, she's probably going to have to be in a big city where they actually need costume design, right? In New York or Los Angeles or something like that. By the way, all right, the cons list. I'll tell you right now. The pain, and I'm of spending all the money. That's the number one con. Just the pain. The older I get, the harder it is to spend money. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds, I don't know. I'm just in this place, 49 years old, where the value of money is much more, I feel it in my bones, where I'm like, man, I'm really going to spend that kind of, you know what I mean? So that's probably my biggest thing, the pain of spending all the money. That is a con. But I have two pros. Great exercise. You'll get into shape. And then two, the potential for the people you meet. But boy, this is like an anvil. The pain of the spending all the money required. I sound cheap. Maybe I am. So, Glenda, how are you doing? How's your health? How's that going? Are you doing okay? I'm really sorry I haven't been in the greatest touch. I haven't been doing the greatest. Pineapple chunks. Oh, yeah. Pineapple chunks. It's a lousy live stream. It's all right, man. It's all right. All right, take care, Glenda. I'm just sitting here in my kitchen. I'm just doing my thing. It's nice to see you. You're getting better. Good. I talked to Brandy. You and Brandy should talk. Brandy's had her own health problems that are they're not, I don't want to say they're not serious. You know what I mean? I don't want to be too dramatic, but she's had health problems. I'm worried about Brandy. So I don't know if you still talk to Brandy. I called Kansas Kelly just now. She didn't answer. She's struggling. I'm worried, Kansas Kelly. I just think she's kind of depressed. And I'm more, I just try to encourage her, but a lot of people are struggling. So, So anyway, take care, Glenda, if you're still around. There's only 4 people watching my live stream. Well, yesterday I made 3 not too shabby videos. And here they are. First, I went over to Dwight's house and I said, Dwight, I need to find, I'm out of things in my house to do not too shabbies of. So I said, I knocked on his door and I said, Dwight, let me come in. Let me just find something. And he's a nice guy. He's a good man. And so he has this old license plate. It's a Colorado license plate made in 1957. Not too shabby. Ha ha ha. That was yesterday. Hey, Rhymes with Carbon. Hey, buddy. I did a wood-burning stove yesterday. Here. It's a pretty fire in a wood-burning stove. Not too shabby. Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, I bought some used, pumpkin-shaped cookies at the Family Dollar. They were 50% off. It's a pumpkin-shaped cookie. Not too shabby. Oh, yeah. Arbin, how are you? Arbin, how's your life? How are you? You know what's really funny? My neighbor, he just knocked on my door a few minutes ago, and he put this Trump Thumbs down. Trump neighborhood headquarters bumper sticker. He did it as a joke. I'm going to find out why he did it, but it's a Trump bumper sticker, and he put it on my door. Yeah, I was at. Yeah, most of my neighbors are really like they stand for decency. A lot of them are ex-Republicans. So many of my neighbors on my street, I've talked to so many. We all have our own story about how we were Republicans at one point, and we all have a story about how we became ex-Republicans. So, so this is clearly a joke. I already voted for Joe Biden, and I voted for empathy. I voted for decency. I voted for democracy. I voted for telling the truth. So, anyway, I got a Biden sticker here somewhere over here. Huh, my kitchen table is really messy. It's just got so much junk here. Somewhere here I've got a Biden. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Since I showed the... Hey, you got to vote for Carlos Lopez. If you live in Senate District 35, please vote for Carlos Lopez for State Senate. Here's my Biden sticker. Let's just keep it focused on that. Biden. So, anyway. Arvin, are you at work today? Where are you? Do you still live in Loveland? What's going on in your life? Give me an update on your life. You're at home and you're not working. You needed a breather. Did you just take one day off, or are you in a hiatus of work? Did you take time off work? Yeah, Sunrise Drive on Spotify. Oh, okay. You just took a day off. Okay. So you have a band called Sunrise Drive. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Good for you. Rhymes with carbon. I know your real name, but I'm just sitting here in my kitchen. I'm bored. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to work on a pros and cons list with my Bike Across America. I don't know whether to go. I mean, I really kind of... I have 2 pros and 1 con. Yeah, an In Excess tribute band? That sounds pretty cool. Carbon, what do you what musical instrument do you play? What do you play? And is your music on YouTube? An In Excess tribute band. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm eating pineapple chunks from the can. Yeah. Carbon, that's awesome. Your music's on YouTube. That's awesome. You need to hit me up. Hit me up with the link later on Facebook Messenger so you can kind of, like I'd be interested in hearing your music and all that. So, yeah, Carbon. I'm telling you, this is a boring live stream. I don't know, man. Just whatever. I'm just not. I don't know. Yeah. Good for you, Carbon. Yeah, let's obviously hope the election. Things are our country. It really does feel like, you're either voting for democracy and decency, or you're voting for Donald Trump, in between right now. Ha 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 ha! Ha! Yeah, no. Okay, so the upcoming election was described to me as a cross between the day before major surgery and Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. For sure. Yeah. So Sam the King, there's my bike, by the way. You think if I biked across America, I should live stream my bike journey? I certainly could. In 2017, 2017, I was making YouTube videos every day. I wasn't live streaming yet, but every day there were people following me, and I was making videos and uploading them most nights. And it was a lot of fun. It was definitely, now I could make better videos and I have more followers, but it would be kind of fun to do another trip where each day I'm doing videos, and that's a positive. Actually, I'm going to put that on my Bike Across America pros and cons list. I'll just put all the YouTube videos I'd make and how fun and rewarding that would be. So, yeah, Sam, I could do I guess I could live stream and bike. The only problem with that is I'd be using data. You know what I mean? I could actually live stream from my phone, but I have limited data, and after 10, 15, whatever, 20 minutes, after each month I have limited data, it would run out pretty fast. So that probably won't work. I don't know that I really want to do a live stream. That would be kind of interesting. My second Bike Across America trip in 2011, I biked 4 days with Biking Brian. We went across California. We started in Huntington Beach and we went to Blythe, California, and into Arizona. And he had a helmet cam. So there were some rides where it was like a 2.5 hour bike ride. And we had he gave me the entire video. He sent it to me on a CD. And I uploaded it. It's on my other YouTube channel. I should reload it onto my hot channel, Kiss Cactus. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be kind of cool. We'll see, though. I got 3 positives. And 1 negative on my pros and cons list. The pros, great exercise. You really do get into shape. 2, the potential for the people you meet, all the fun people, old friends, new friends. And then 3, all the YouTube videos I'd make. The number 1 pain is spending all the money to make a bike trip happen. The pain of it. Even if I have the money. So, oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of other pros and other cons. I think number 2, another one is, I'm actually writing this out. I think I'm so tired of motels and the daily grind. There's just a grind of doing a multi-day trip. Hold on, multi-day bike trip. Yeah, I'm so tired of motels and the daily, All you're doing is riding every day. You're just riding every day, finding places to eat, and staying in motels, and having good days, bad days, fixing problems that happen, flat tires, bike problems. I don't know. There's just a grind. There's a grind to doing the bike trip where, I don't know. It's one thing to just be like, oh, I'm just going to ride my bike 5-6 days a week, bike around like at home, and just bike around, bike in circles, get into shape, find hills and go ride up and down them a bunch of times, get into shape. And it's another thing to be on a trip where you wake up and you ride, and then you get to a new town and you stay there, and then you sleep, you find a motel, you find somewhere, and then the next day you ride again, and you have lunch, and then you keep riding another 20-30 miles, and just this grind of just all I'm doing is riding my bike. I don't know. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if I'm into the grind. Actually, I think if like the pain of spending all the money, see this one, the pain of spending all the money. If money fell down into my lap and it was like, here, spend this money. You can spend it. It is earmarked for you to bike across America. Go. You have my blessing, my support. Then it'd be easier to deal with the pain of spending all the money. And I probably could deal with the motels. You know what I mean? And I could probably even take my time a little more to make the grind, the daily grind of biking across America a little less, more enjoyable, less tough. So anyway, I got 3 pros and 2 cons. Hey, Claren Rice. Yeah. Hey, Claren. Ha ha ha. How long does it take? Well, for my other bike across America trips, it took me, my first trip was 6.5 weeks. My other trips were 7.5, 8 weeks. So, yeah. Caden, I've done fundraisers. Fundraisers are good. I had a GoFundMe page for my 2017 trip. I'm not doing that, though. I'm not raising any more money. I'm not doing any fundraisers. It's not worth it. Plus, there's other issues, too. There's issues with fundraising that I don't feel like getting into the details. But if I go, I'm going on my own with money, that I'm prepared to spend. I'm not going to be asking people for money like I've done in the past. So, but hey, look, this is the bike I used. That's the bike on my first bike across America trip in Phoenix, Arizona. I had a red bike, and it got stolen. This was in 2008, and you can read all about it in my book here. And it turned out I bought a new bike, and it was this bike. And I've had this bike since 2008. And I finished that first Bike Across America tour, and then I did 2 more cross-country trips in 2011 and 2017. So, and I mean, there's a whole, for that 2017 trip, it's somewhere on my channel. Here it is. I have I made 127 not too shabbies during my 2017 trip. And it's titled Biking Across America Was Not Too Shabby. And it just plays all of them in chronological order from the beach in California. And I just kept going one after another all the way to Florida. I'll just play a few of them.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm fine.
It's a commercial. Hold on, it's a commercial. Here we go.
It's a
pink bicycle for sale at a thrift store. Not too shabby. It's the Loxley City Limit.
It's in Alabama.
Not too shabby. It's a Piggly Wiggly supermarket. Not too shabby.
Oh, yeah.
Driving with my friend Michelle. Not too shabby.
Ha ha ha.
Standing in the Gulf of Mexico.
Wait, let me start it from the beginning. Was the first one I did at the beach in California. It's been watched 2,200 times.
It's the Pacific Ocean. Not too shabby. Riding on a bicycle trail in San Diego. Not too shabby. Biking on a road with little shoulder. Not too shabby. It's Trumper's Fruit and Honey Shack. Not too shabby. It's a 4,000-foot elevation sign. Not too shabby. It's Olivia and Shooter.
It just keeps going on and on.
Not too shabby.
I was in the desert.
It's a bunch of roadside cactus. Not too shabby. Biking in the Southern California desert.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Not too shabby. It's a trailer with the windows busted. Not too shabby.
On and on.
Holtville, California. Elevation 13. Not too shabby.
All right, you get the idea. You get the idea. So I did that. This was 2017. So, Caden, the name of my book is Under a Triumphant Sky, a Bike Across America story. I put a link in the description area. You can click on the Amazon link, and you can buy this book in print format or in Kindle. You can get the Kindle if you want, and go read the reviews. You can read some of the pages, the virtual pages. And you're welcome to check out my book. This was about my first Bike Across America trip. So, yeah. It was fun. It was fun doing all those not too shabbies. You know. Here's one where I was making a not too shabby. I was with Coleman and his daughter and his college students. And I made a not too shabby of them. And he made a video of me making the not too shabby.
Yeah, right. But first, let me get a picture. Right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's actually a very nice picture. 4. Okay. All right.
Here we go. It's not too exciting.
It's 3 bicyclists and a support vehicle going out with me for a while. Not too shabby.
Ha ha ha.
Excellent.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you know what? I don't do TikTok or Instagram. I don't care. I just do my YouTube. I just stick to YouTube. That's all. I don't care. I don't need any more platforms. So, ha ha ha. Sorry. I know I sound all negative or so. Oh, there I am. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. I've done here. So after my book was published, I started doing talks at libraries. I have a slideshow where I tell stories about biking across America, funny stories, inspiring stories, some scary stories, you know, And I sell my book at the end, and I got a slideshow, and it's kind of fun. And sometimes, anywhere from some libraries, there might be only 5 or 6 or 10 people that show up. Others, sometimes there would be 30, 40. There's the Littleton, Colorado library was the most. I had 66 people show up. Anyway, so a lot of these libraries, they would promote my talk. And this was the Joplin, Missouri, the Joplin, Missouri library. And, it was always kind of cool to walk into a library and to see these posters up. You see a picture of yourself. And here it says, Steve Groofy, author of Under a Triumphant Sky, will present about his riding his bike, blah, 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 blah. So it's kind of cool. I remember this one in Joplin, there was a tornado that went through a couple of years earlier. So I was telling my stories about biking across America. And then afterwards, they were telling me stories about that tornado that ripped through that city. And then here's another one. This was in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Bike Across America, Saturday, May 21st. Steve Garufi, book signing after the talk. Rudy Sisson Memorial Library, Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And then this one. Oh, this one was in Pueblo. Bicycle Across America. Meet Steve Garufi, on and on. Author, Garufi traveled by bike. This one, it says I biked across America twice, which is true. And then I would go a third time after this. So, and then let's see. Oh, this was Leadville. This is a Leadville poster. Lake County Public Library. So, and I actually have 3 more on the wall. See them? If you can see them. Right there. There's 3 of them, and I have them framed. So, this is kind of neat. Just kind of fun. So, I don't know, man. I'm looking at these pros and cons. I'm kind of like, the pros and cons. Yeah, if I biked across America, would I go to many bars along the way? And you've always wanted to do that. I'm not really a bar person. I don't drink much. I drank 1 beer last weekend, and I was just like, so I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to drinking. But I mean, that is a good idea. I mean, I do a lot of photography on my trip where I'm always taking pictures of the scenery and how it's changing, and so yeah, that's a good. But hey, eggy egg. I encourage you. That would be a fun thing to do. Go to bars and that would be kind of neat. Go do that. So I'd follow you. My hair's like, it's just not, I'm having hair issues. It's like little, anyway, I don't care about that. Yeah, we do. Hey, Pizza Man. Colorado does have a good craft beer scene. Yes, we do. So come out to Colorado. Go get your $5 or $6 craft beer. Go to a microbrewery. So, am I biking across America for time? Well, right now I'm just working on my pros and cons list. And I've got 2 negatives and I've got 3 positives. And I'll be honest with you, I hate to say it, I think the 2 negatives outweigh the 3 positives. But I'm still working on it. Let me think of a good positive. Why would I want to? Oh, I know why I want to bike across America. Now, for my third trip, I called it the bike ride for empathy. I wanted to make a stand for empathy. It's 2017, and it was good. It was good. And I've thought about it. If I do a fourth trip, it would be called. I would probably call it the bike tour for truth, decency, and the human dignity of all. So if I did it, it would be pretty amazing to make that public stand, to let people know where I stand, and to promote the values of truth and decency and human dignity, which are values that are being ignored in our culture, and unfortunately in a lot of parts of our American culture, our society. Actually, so let me do that. I'm going to write that: truth, decency, human dignity, making a stand. I'm actually going to put how rewarding it would be. It would be one of the greatest things. It would be one of the greatest. I mean, people know I already stand for truth, decency, empathy. They know I'm an anti-racist. All that good stuff. But to bike across America and to make a journal like I did maybe with my 2017 or 2011 journal, maybe even I could write a book like my 2008 trip. That would be really rewarding. I could sleep well saying, yeah, I biked for truth and decency and, having empathy for others. So anyway, yeah. So it's a good. So I got 4 positives and I got 2 negatives. We'll see. I'm going to keep working on the list. Hey, Pizza Man, where are you located? Where are you located? I'm just curious. Are you in Missouri? I might be getting you mixed up with another, but I know I've seen you in my live stream sometimes. So, oh, you're in New Jersey. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I could write Caden brings up a point. I could write a book about biking through America during COVID. We'll see. I don't know about, I'm just struggling with writing another book. I already wrote one. Man. Oh, hey, Connor. Hey, Connor. I didn't know that was you, Connor. Because, the picture in your profile, it looks like sort of an older person. And I know you're a young man. Hey, Connor. Hey, everybody. Connor. I have a not too shabby of Connor here. Connor and Michelle. Here it is. There they are. Connor and Michelle. Not too shabby.
It's my friends Connor and Michelle. Not too shabby.
Here you go. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Isn't that great? There you go, Connor. I think that's the only. Oh, wait. The cactus cookies. Yeah, from the library event. Yeah, let's see. Michelle made me cactus cookies that day. Here it is, the cactus cookies. Remember the cactus cookies? Oh my gosh, here. Let's play that.
These are cactus cookies.
I misunderstood that. I thought you were, I don't know why I didn't know you were.
Not too shabby.
Oh, Connor, they closed down the Versailles Diner? Oh, so that makes me really sad. I grew up in Fairfield, New Jersey, and that Versailles Diner was a staple. That was a really, that was a great, yeah. That's too bad about the Versailles Diner. Oh. Speaking of cookies, I've got other cookie not too shabbies. like Oreo cherry cola cookies. Ooh.
It's Oreo cherry cola cookies. Not too shabby.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, you guys. I just want you to know I've done better live streams. I really have. I've done better live streams that are funnier. I did one about 2 weeks ago where it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I turned off. It was just totally dark, and I just used the flashlight for my phone, and I did kind of a Halloween theme, and it was really dark. You should go check that one out. And I called it something like it was dark and scary, and it was I called it a shabby nightmare or something like that, you know? And I was trying to scare people, and I was saying shabby. I was like, this is a shabby nightmare. It is shabby. You are shabby. Your sleep is shabby. It was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Pizza. Connor. Here's Michelle. I did a not too shabby of her Oreo cookie costume. I just had foot surgery, and I was laid up on a bed, and I did a Oreo cookie. I did a not too shabby.
It's an Oreo cookie costume of my friend Michelle. Not too shabby.
How about that? Isn't that amazing? That's been watched 1.3 times. 1.3 times right there. Let's play it again. Wait, let's see here. All right. Oh.
It's an Oreo cookie costume of my friend Michelle.
I slowed it down to 25%.
Not too shabby.
I mean, wait, let me play that at twice the speed here. Let's go twice the speed. Here we go.
It's an Oreo cookie costume of my friend Michelle. Not too shabby.
So many not too shabbies. So I got so many not too shabbies. I'm up to like 2,000. Let me just see how many I've got right now. I think I'm up to 2021 not too shabbies. And I pushed up the Joe Biden one to the top there. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote for decency. Please vote for integrity. Please vote for telling the truth. Please vote. So, hey, all right. This one, Andrew and Jess. All I'm going to say is this couple just got married on Halloween. Andrew and Jess, and they live in New Zealand. I think they live in New Zealand. And the best man paid me to make a not too shabby. He sent me this picture and he said, please make a not too shabby of them. He paid me some nice money. And Andrew, the guy, he's a not too shabby fan. So anyway, so for money, if it's enough money, I'm willing to make a not too shabby, and here it is.
It's Andrew and Jess who are getting married on Halloween. Not too shabby.
Ha 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 ha.
It's
That's a good one.
snowing and it's 1 degree outside. Not too shabby.
Ha 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 ha. Wait, one more not too shabby. This one was really popular. Dwight had burgers on the grill, and here they are.
It's a couple of burgers on the grill. Not too shabby.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Good times. Hey, we've gone for 1 hour. I'm going to put a positive. I have 4 positives and 2 negatives. Even though I think I'm so tired of motels and the daily grind of doing a trip on the right. I am going to put as a positive to that like the feeling of being free. The feeling of being free. Like you don't have to work, free from work. And then you're having an adventure. You know what I mean? And it's like you're free and you're having this adventure. And if you can tap into that mindset of being like, of just saying, hey, I'm free. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to answer to anyone. If you can get into that mindset of saying, I'm free, that's where biking across America can become fun. I'm just going to put, if you can get into that mindset. It's a little hard to get into that mindset. I do have 5 positives and 2 negatives. So, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about, everyone. I can show you my map. Here, I'm going to show you my map. This is a map. It's upside down. For all 3 of my trips, can you see that? Oh, wait. I'm going to get it. Come on. You hold it up this way. I can't. It's too big. For all 3 of my Bike Across America trips, you can see the lines. There's 2 dark lines and a dashed line. And that shows the trip I did. And each of my trips, I did a southern route. Kind of went across the southern USA. There I am in California, Arizona. Went across Texas there. See? Texas. So, yeah, I could do north. It would take longer if I do it north. Maybe I should do a north trip. I don't know. Maybe I should do a north trip. See, if it's a longer trip, though, the longer the trip, the more money I got to spend. And that's more pain. You know? So I could do a north trip. I really need to win the lottery. I need to win the lottery. You know? So... Anyway. Oh, you guys. I'm eating boring pineapple chunks. I'll play more Not Too Shabbies in just a second. How about I wish there was a way to. I need an app. Somebody make me an app where it just gives you a random Not Too Shabby of 2021. You just hit a button and it just plays one. And it's random. Wouldn't that be amazing? If there was a way to list them or something. Here.
Driving on a 4-wheel drive trail.
Wait, let's see. Does this really work?
Not too shabby. Driving on a 4-wheel drive trail. Not too shabby.
All right, let's see if this is random.
It's a Colorado license plate made in 1957. Not too shabby.
All right, I did that yesterday.
It's Leadville, Colorado.
That was like last
Not
month.
too shabby. It's Fiesta Mexicana restaurant.
No, these aren't.
Not too shabby.
These are not random. They're not random. Come on. I want totally random. Replace some from 6 years ago. Oh, here's a good one. Don't be a prick, cactus socks.
It's Don't Be a Prick Cactus Socks. Not too shabby.
There's a shuffle mode, but it only shuffles the most recent not too shabbies. I need a truly random. Somebody make an app. Not too shabby randomizer. You know, wouldn't that be great? Anyway. Oh, gosh. I should call Kansas Kelly again. Wait, let me call Kelly. Where is it here? Kelly, I am still live streaming, period. Glenda stopped by, period. Where are you, question mark. I'm going to call you right now, comma, so I can interview you with my friends. I'm going to say with my YouTube friends. All right, let's see. Is it ringing? All right, I'm going to call Kelly. The messenger thing isn't working here. Let's try to call Kelly. See, Kansas Kelly right there. It's Kansas Kelly. She lives in Kansas. I try to encourage her. It's hard to live in Kansas. It's a hard life. You know? How are you? I left her a voicemail about 45 minutes ago on this live stream. No?
Hi, this is Kelly.
All right, she's not going to answer. I'm just going to hang around. I'm going to put my... I should just take a nap and see if anybody still watches my live stream. I've thought about that. I've done live streams where I just have it face outside, something scenic, or maybe just a little bit interesting, but it's too boring. People just check in and check right out. So it doesn't work. So, should I bike across America? There's another negative. If I did do a trip, it would be a southern route from California to North Texas. And then I'd work my way north, central part of the country, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, and I would bike to Washington, D.C. So it would be the same route I've done before from CA to Texas, pretty much. I mean, for my 2017 trip, there were always, like, my trip, I had all these places I wanted to go that I was kind of interested in. El Paso. I hung out in El Paso. That was fun. And I hit Yuma, Arizona. And I did the route from Salome, Arizona to Buckeye. And then I did the route from Buckeye to Apache Junction across Phoenix. I biked on Baseline. So I mean, I had parts of the route where I was like, ooh, I've never done that. That's kind of interesting to me. What a great challenge that'll be. And if you bike through the Southwest, your choices are limited. Believe it or not, I know it's a vast land mass, but there's not as many choices, road choices. And I'm pretty sure I probably would do the same. California, get to Phoenix, hit Globe, Arizona. I got a choice there, I guess. Probably end up in Lordsburg. You know, bike towards Las Cruces. You know, nothing too. I mean, it's pretty desert, but I'm not sure how. You know, nothing would get me too excited. I could do from El Paso. I've wanted to bike to Fort Hancock, Sierra Blanca, Van Horn, kind of bike along the frontage roads, like take that. That would be kind of interesting through that West Texas. Like West Texas looks like this. And there's that area in West Texas. It's kind of interesting. But then you get to Pecos and Midland. And motel rooms are expensive, and it's ugly oil drilling country. See, and then, I mean, I do have friends in Big Spring. I've got Glenda and her family. Abilene, I've got connections. I've got friends in Abilene. But realistically, that's all pretty boring. And then once I'm in Abilene, I'd start working my way north to kind of into Oklahoma, eventually to Missouri, bike to St. Louis. I don't know. I just don't know. Like that doesn't biking across, like biking through Oklahoma. I don't know, man. It just doesn't sound interesting to me. So the boring grind, the boring same route is a con. I told you this is going to be a boring live stream. I'm sorry. It's as boring as, I don't know. So, I don't know. Once I get to, like, even biking across Missouri sounds horrible. Who wants to spend time in Missouri? The whole eastern part of the country, I'm not even interested in, but I mean, I do have connections in. I got one friend in Illinois. It is kind of interesting to bike. There's like a highway that goes along, you know, some kind of local highway that runs along Interstate 70 as you go across southern Illinois and then Indiana, Ohio, sort of by Pittsburgh. Like that's kind of an interesting route to me. I will admit that. It seems interesting to me. And then from like you kind of sort of get to south of Pittsburgh, and then there's an old railroad grade that you can take from Pittsburgh to pretty much Washington, D.C. And you take it to Hagerstown, Maryland, and it kind of goes along the Potomac River. I could take that to Washington, D.C. And essentially, when I get to D.C., I wanted to bike to the White House. So that would be pretty cool. I just need more spice on my route. I need more spice, and I need less risk of hassles or problems or being, you know, long distances where I have to bike super far. And like I need less hassles. Somehow I got to figure it out. I'm not sure how. You know, I mean, in 2011, I biked the route with Biking Brian. We did the Santa Ana River Trail. And then we hit Palm Springs. And then we biked. We went to Indio, if you know Southern California. From Indio, we hopped onto Interstate 10. We biked from Indio to Chiricahua Summit, Chiriaco Summit, and then the Blythe. So we biked on the interstate for like 70 miles. That was a route I was kind of interested in, you know? I am the type of guy that if there's a road I haven't been on, it makes me curious, where I think, ooh, I want to go there. I've never been there. I got a bike on that road. But then once I've done it, then usually I'm not as interested in doing it again. So, you know, and realistically, if you're in Southern California, you have to bike through Yuma, Arizona, or Blythe, California. One of those two. Yeah, Caden. A White House, not too shabby. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. Then even Arizona, man. Then you get to Western Arizona. I mean, you really only have 3. Where's my Arizona road atlas? Here it is. Here. The problem with Arizona is you really only have. Here's a good example. Here's Arizona. You can't really. I don't know if you can really tell. All right, you'll just have to trust me. I'm looking at Arizona. Realistically, you got pretty much 3 choices to go across Arizona by bicycle. I kid you not. There's only 3. One is you enter, if you're going west to east, all right? You gotta trust me. Oh, here's where it says Arizona, right there. If you're going west to east, you either enter by Yuma or you enter it by Blythe and Quartzsite, or you enter it. Well, okay, you can enter it by Parker, but that's essentially Quartzsite because, you know, and then the third way is by Needles, kind of like by Bullhead City, Kingman. And you'd be biking on Interstate 40, that whole area. So you really only have 3 general. I mean, I guess you could say 4. But Yuma, if you can hit Yuma, you're taking Interstate 8. You're going to be on the interstate all the way to Gila Bend. Or you can do Blythe, Quartzsite. All right, you're in Quartzsite or Parker. Quartzsite or Parker. But essentially, you're going to work your way east into the Phoenix area. And you might go through Wickenburg. Or the third way is Interstate 40. Sort of, or a little bit north, like where Bullhead City is. But then, you know, you're going to be taking generally the route of I-40. You're going to go across the interstate. You're going to be biking on an interstate for hundreds of miles. I mean, I guess you could go up to the Navajo reservation, but, you know, that's going to be kind of complicated. And so you're really limited, you know, so most of the routes you're going towards Phoenix. And then if you hit Phoenix, you really got 3 choices. One is to take 87 north east to Payson. Then you're in the mountains, and you know if you're doing kind of a winter type route, it's not going to be very warm up there. Or you take what I've done 3 times, which is Highway 60 to Globe. You do Apache Junction to Globe to Safford. Or you hop like from Phoenix, you work your way southeast to Tucson. Then from Tucson, if you're going east, I mean, your only choice is to take the interstate. You're going to be on the interstate for hundreds of miles. You're going to take the interstate to Benson, Wilcox, into New Mexico at Lordsburg. I mean, at Lordsburg, you have a choice, but realistically, you're probably going to want to just go to Las Cruces. Then at least you do have a few choices when you get to Las Cruces, but not a lot of choices. You get some. Anyway, it's just, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got Bike Across America problems. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, video game. Take care, Sam the King. I told you this is going to be a boring live stream. I told you it'd be boring. Hey, video game. How are you? Are you a Funhouse person? I don't even know what to do. I'm just kind of like, this is a weird live stream. I got my bike. I got my Carlos Lopez for state Senate sign. I got my Biden sticker. I was a Republican for over 20 years. You must know that. I left the party when Trump got the nomination. Because, of course, it was so obvious he was a liar, a con man, a horrific human being, a narcissist who lacked the ability to have empathy for others. And he was just an awful, unapologetic racist. And I left the party in 2016. And so I voted for Joe Biden. And I think you should too. Vote for decency. Vote for integrity. Vote for empathy and unity. Vote for the principles of democracy. So, and I think really you only have one choice in this election if those things are high on your priority list. It's Joe Biden. And I'm not that crazy about Joe Biden either. I'll just be honest with you. I don't want to get into too many details, but you don't have to be super excited and jazzed about Joe Biden. You know, there's two choices. And it's just one of those things where you have to choose between one of the two. And man. So that's all. Video game, what's your favorite Not Too Shabby? I'll play your favorite Not Too Shabby, and I'll tell you the backstory. Like, I have my cluttered kitchen table. It's kind of messy. My house is getting messy. I don't care. I've done a Not Too Shabby of my my face here. Isn't she pretty? And I did a Not Too Shabby of my pineapple trunks, or a can of it. I got other stuff here. Oh, here's my margarita flip-flops. My margarita flip-flops. My tinsel ghost. Anyway, my mask. I did one of my mask. Here, let me just look that one up. Mask, Not Too Shabby. I think I've done a couple of Not Too Shabbies of my mask. Not Too Shabby. Let's see here. All right, I got one. This is in March when the pandemic was really getting going. Here's the Not Too Shabby.
It's my mask. Not too shabby.
Oh yeah, hey VJ. VJ, how are you? Have you voted? Have you voted? I hope you have. Oh, here's the other one. All right, here's the mask. This one I just did 4 weeks ago. I look kind of mad, don't I? Here we go.
It's my green mask. Not too shabby.
There you go, VJ. Thank you for voting. Please encourage all your friends and family. This is a really important election. So, I don't even know. This is a weird live stream. So I have my pros and cons list for biking across America. I've got 5 pros. I have 3 cons. All right. Just keeping it real. Hey, perspective detective. I've thought of another con. Here's another con. I hate to say it, but if I bike across America, I will miss working. Like I really think, I don't know. Like, yeah, I know this sounds funny, but I actually really love my job. I'm self-employed. I don't have a job. I don't have a boss. I work from home. I can work from anywhere. but I will miss working. I know. See, here's the thing. In 2019, I tried to bike across America a fourth time. In 2 days, I got from Newport Beach, California. I was biking east. I got to Beaumont, California. It was about 90 miles. And I quit. And my mindset wasn't in a good place because for all three of my other trips, I either quit my job, hated my job, or I was like I was either like underemployed, and I had a lot of time on my hands. All right. But for this, I tried to do it in 2019, but I finally got to a place in my life, and I'm really grateful for this, where I love my work. I love my work. I get a lot of meaning out of it. I help people. And then plus I make money. So anyway, in 2019, when I tried to bike, I got 90 miles in. I was in Beaumont, California, and all the hassles and troubles and challenges that come with biking across America, where sometimes you just have a really bad day. It's just, you're grouchy or whatever. For the first time, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I could just go home. I could just go home and work and actually help people and make money. I was like, why am I biking across America? Instead of my bank account going down, spending all this money on this trip, I could go home, make money, and help people as a mental health therapist. I'm a talk therapist. So for me, I know that the fact that I like work and I'll miss it. I might even be tempted to start working more, Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right, detective. Yeah, no, that's right. So, yeah. Yes, BJ, I do counseling for 2.5 years since spring 2018. I've been working full time as a therapist. I work in my living room, and I see all my my clients through the video. I'm pointing right at the. So I do counseling. It's great. I don't have a boss. I have no commute. You know what I mean? So I know it's a very valid con, and I'm just trying to keep it real because it really did happen in 2019. In 2017, my Bike Across America trip, okay? Here, I'm going to just type in the link, bicycletrip.net. You can see all 53 days of that trip. Prior to that trip, I had it was a decent paying salary job, and I was so miserable. And I saved my money, and after a year, I just quit. I gave my notice and I said, I don't even have a job waiting for me. I don't care. I'm just going to take some time off, and I might bike across America. And when I biked in 2017, I had this mindset of, I'm free. I'm just happy I'm not working right now. That whole Monday through Friday grind and all this stupid BS with my job and all the hassles and all the reasons I hated the job. I was just constantly reminding myself, hey, you don't have to go to work today. It's Tuesday morning. You're not working. Oh, it's Thursday at 3:00. You're not working. And so I was constantly reminding myself how happy I was. And I really did have some hard times on my Bike Across America trip. I had some hard times. I had some rough days. I had that one day where I had a hitchhike outside of Lordsburg, New Mexico in the desert, and I couldn't fix my flat because I could tell you the whole story. And I remember just thinking, man, this is a hard day. This is like, I had every reason to be grumpy, sad, discouraged, to really say, man, this is a bad day. And then there was a part of me that was saying, hey, Steve, it's Friday morning. It's 10:30 in the morning. You would be at work right now. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, okay, things kind of suck right now, but it's still way better than my old job. So I had that totally, it's so much like wind at your back psychologically when you think, oh, okay, I'm just happy I'm not working, So now I got this crazy dynamic where I like my work. And of course, I take days off. I'm taking a vacation next week. I'm not going to work for a week. That's reasonable. But no, I really like my work. Like after my vacation, I'm going to be working. I want to work with, yeah. So I got this like problem where I like my work too much. You know, be careful about what you wish for, because sometimes I mean, look, this is just life advice or whatever, but it's kind of funny. Sometimes a really good thing will happen in your life, something wonderful. All right, something wonderful. But then in a unintended backhanded way, there's negatives that come where there's negatives you have to deal with because the positive happened. And then sometimes it's the other way around where you can have really hard times, suffering, things don't go well for you. Really hard times. And nobody wishes that, especially if you're suffering or you're in pain, or, you're sad, you're emotionally devastated. But sometimes there's like positives that come out of that negative. You know what I mean? Like I've learned about that where, so the fact that I love my job is now, there's a negative aspect of it. See what a mental case I am? This is why I'm a mental case. All right. Is anyone even watching or who's talking? Hey, to 6 people. Thank you for the understanding, VJ. Caden. VJ, what do you do for work? What's your deal? Are you in college? What are you working? I'm just kind of curious what you do for work. And do you like your job? And like all of you, please tell me, what do you do for work? And do you like your job? So, hey, Jolene. Hey, Joel Hines. Joel, do you have any pro advice for a first-time long-distance bike tour? You know what my advice is? My advice is, all right, just bike across your state. I had a big dream about biking across America, all right? And it started with me buying a bike. I was about 30, and I really took up cycling in my 30s. And then the first thing that really got me excited was I biked across Colorado. I mean, I had a friend that drove me to the Colorado-Kansas border, left me there with my bike, and I had a bike back. Then I biked to the west end of Colorado where the Four Corners meet. So I encourage you, whatever state, if you live in the United States, bike across your state. and just so that you get the hang of it. You know what I mean? However you do it the way you think you would do it. And if you live in a state like Indiana, I think you can bike across Indiana. If you're a young guy, you can probably do it in 2 or 3 days, or whatever, Iowa or Wyoming, whatever state, bike across it. All right. Bike across the whole thing and so do it for a few days. And then you'll understand the rhythm of it and the psychology and whether you camp or you stay in motels or you do this or that. Do it. If you're going to camp, but it's still short term because you're just going across your state. All right. Now, like Tennessee, that's a long state or whatever. But okay, so, if you live in West Tennessee, you live in Memphis, bike to St. Louis, or, you don't have to go exactly across your state, but you know what I mean? That would be my best advice for you is do something that's like 3 to 4 or 5 days and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a heck of a lot by doing a short trip, and then worst comes to worst. True. The other positive of that is if you bike across your state, you'll have hopefully friends or family that will pick you up. If you just quit, if something goes terribly wrong or haywire, you can call someone and, I'm guessing you'll be within a few hours of a drive, or you could pay an Uber or something, So yes, Jesse, I've biked across America 3 times. Don't you know that? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me just read what VJ wrote. First of all, okay, video. Yes, I do eat granola. You just try to eat healthy. Like right now, I'm eating pineapple chunks from a can. All right. Hey, VJ, you live in DC through a nonprofit, specifically working with kids falling behind in English. Get out of here. Hey, if I do a 4th Bike Across America trip, I want to bike to Washington, D.C., and I want to bike to the White House. I would call it the bike tour for truth, decency, and the human dignity of all. So could you help me? Could you help me like just navigate through the streets of DC so I could get in front of the White House and do it not too shabby and hold my sign that says truth, decency, human dignity? Yeah. VJ, I want you to VJ, find me on Twitter. I want you to are you on Twitter? I want your contact information. I want you to send me your contact information. All right? There's my Twitter. Follow me, and then I can message you. I'll follow you back. All right? Yeah. My 3rd trip I called it the bike ride for empathy. And, I mean, just to keep it honest, it was early 2017, and I promoted empathy because our president, our horrific, racist, awful president was getting inaugurated, and it was just obvious that he had no empathy. He didn't even have the capacity to have empathy for others, which is it's a common characteristic for a sociopath, or like what we call a narcissist or an abuser. Our president clearly has narcissistic personality disorder. He meets every criteria. Anyway, we can get into all that, but I think his narcissism is evident to all. But anyway, I just remember feeling like, man, this guy has no empathy. And that's where the bike ride for empathy, it came out. And I had quit my job. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put on my resume that I'm going to bike across America, and I'll call it the bike ride for empathy. And I had all these like videos, and I was posting updates and talking about empathy. And empathy is a really beautiful value. It's a great thing to have. So, all right, VJ, you follow me. VJ, follow me. And I don't know. All I know is I kind of need. I got my pros and, by the way, everyone, here's my pros and cons list of biking across America. I got a lot of, the cons are heavy. All right. The pros are good too, but some of these cons are like anvils that just like sink me. But I really do need to get excited. I need people on the route. And I don't have any friends in DC. I need somebody that's going to like to get excited about, like, I'm going to see this person and they're going to help me and just whatever. I mean, I don't need a lot of help. I just need, it's always just nice when you're biking across America to know that, hey, I've got somebody's phone number in this city. If I need help, if I'm desperate, something goes haywire, I've got a friend, I've got somebody, I've got you know what I mean? Just in case I need, So VJ, we might have to work something. I just don't know. I don't know whether to bike across America or not. I don't know. It kind of, I don't even want to get too religious with you, all right? But I've been praying. And, I'm just going to say that. I've been praying, and I just don't know. I don't know. All right. Hey, perspective detective. That's a great idea. To visit each state capital and to hold the sign that says truth, decency, human dignity. So, yeah, by the way, truth, let's just talk about this. Truth, decency, human dignity. Let's talk about truth. Just telling the truth, not being a liar. That's so basic. Like, not believing in conspiracy theories. Our president has been so disgraceful in his lying. it's pathological. It's downright disturbing, and it's disgraceful, his lying. And there's too many people that are okay with, mistruths. I'm like, no, truth, tell the truth. Then decency, be a decent human being. Show that, at least show that you have a bare minimum of saying, okay, there's a level of conduct that a good person should have, and be decent. Don't insult people or smear them. It's just obvious our president smears good people, whether it's Dr. Fauci or Lieutenant Colonel Vidman. Our president smears good people because he's so threatened by them, because his narcissistic personality is so threatened when he's around good people of integrity. John McCain, he hated John McCain. President Obama, whether you agree with his politics or not, Trump hated him because he was so admired and decent. And so just be a decent person. Conduct yourself, in a way where people say, hey, that's a good person. Like he treats people well. Even if you disagree with someone, that you can at least have a general attitude of saying, hey, I might disagree with them, but they're a good person. And instead of this black and white, which Trump does, where if you cross him, then he'll go after you. He'll tweet about you. So decency. And then thirdly, human dignity. And for me, that human dignity is about everyone like not being a racist, not tearing into people, not dehumanizing people or speaking of people that maybe aren't like you or look like you, that kind of thing, and still treating them, still honoring their dignity simply because they're humans. We can disagree on so many things. We can even disagree on controversial things like immigration and, border policy. There's so many things that we can kind of disagree and still have an attitude of, hey, I still honor your dignity. So your human dignity. And there's been way too much dehumanizing of people and just outright racism, xenophobia, bigotry, and frankly, the way the president speaks about women has been utterly disgraceful. Shame on you. Shame on you right now if you're watching and you've made an excuse for supporting this evil man, the way he speaks about women. Shame on you. What a disgrace. Human dignity. It's important. And I don't care if you got a tax cut or you got some conservative judges that, you're happy with. You've sold your soul because you've given up just the basic values of truth and decency. And you've aligned yourself with a racist. Shame on you. Well, there's 13 people watching. I went up. The more I ranted, the more people are watching. But anyway, that I spoke my piece, okay? And please vote. Please vote. All right. And I just encourage you to vote. Hey, Tate. Yeah, no, Tate. Yeah. Thank you, Tate. Yeah, VJ. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. All right. Like, seriously, I'm not perfect. So, but I do think that we should stand for truth and decency and empathy and at least trying to make an effort to say, hey, we're one. We might disagree on this and that. All right. But we still agree. We like we can still work together. We're one country. We have to look after one another. And right now, that's just not happening. Right now, right now the mood is F you, get out of the country, get out of here, you non-whites, you scary brown-skinned people, all that kind of racist, evil type of stuff. I won't have it, and I'm speaking out against it. And remember, I was a Republican for 20 years. 20 years. I voted Republican in 1994, which a lot of you are pretty young, but Bill Clinton was a Democratic president, and in 94, the Republicans won Congress, the House and the Senate. I voted Republican, and I was celebrating. 1996, I voted for Bob Dole for president. 2000, I voted for George W. Bush. 2004, George W. Bush for re-election. 2008, John McCain. 2012, Mitt Romney. And in 2016, I supported Marco Rubio. I liked Marco Rubio at the time. I liked him. He was young. I just thought, he'd be conservative, but he had a little bit of a moderate streak. He's a little more, maybe a different Republican. I like that he was Cuban. I was like, he's from Florida. He's Hispanic. I just thought, that's probably gonna be good I just thought it'd be good. I liked him, and he didn't win. And I mean, it was just obvious from the beginning for me. I was like, I could vote for a lot of the guys and the women running for president on the Republican side, but obviously, I could never vote for Donald Trump. He's a joke, a liar, a racist, a con man, a narcissist, just a horrific human being. So in 2016, I voted third party. Vote for Gary Johnson. And deep down, I was really cheering against Trump. So it's interesting. I didn't vote for Hillary. I wasn't ready to vote for Hillary. But in 2016, I voted for Gary Johnson. I voted for a lot of libertarians. But then in 2018, things were so bad, I voted straight blue. And in 2020, I voted straight blue. And I don't know. We'll just see what happens in the future. But so. All right. Yeah. All right. See, tomorrow is the election. All right. So maybe it's just good that I get this all out now. All right. Can we get back to biking across America? All right. Pros and cons. Man, I went on a ranting about I am passionate about the truth, decency, and human dignity. That gets me. All right, here's the thing about biking across America. Here's my pros and cons list. Let's get back to this. I'm insanely passionate about the truth, decency, human dignity, biking to Washington, D.C., and doing it and holding my sign at the White House, regardless of who the occupant is. All right? Making a stand, a public stand, and having a journal. And for the rest of my life, people, if they remember me after I'm long gone, they can say, yeah, Steve was an activist. He spoke out. He spoke out for what was right. Maybe people will view me as a role model. But then here's the other thing, too. The negative. There's a huge pain in all the money you spend on biking across America. And it's sort of like, once you start biking, all the money for motels, and there's just a lot of, you'd be surprised. I'm not poor. I guess I do have the money, but it gets real painful fast. And when I tried to go on my 2019 trip, I thought to myself, why am I spending all this money? I can find other ways to stand for truth, decency, and human dignity. There's other ways I could do this without biking across America. And so part of me was like, oh man, I'm spending all this money and I kind of miss my work. And I could have my bank account going up instead of down. And I could find other creative ways to stand for truth and decency. Anyway, so that's my dilemma. That's my dilemma about pros and cons. Oh, okay. By the way, to Jesse, my teenage Jesse, you're only 13 years old. So I'll just leave it there. Jesse, you're still watching. It's okay, man. But I encourage you to talk to Sarah. Talk to Sarah about our president. Talk to Sarah. Talk to Sarah. Yeah. She cares deeply about you, and she stands for right and wrong. She cares deeply for you. And she embodies a lot of the qualities that Donald Trump does not. And go talk to Sarah. Okay, you have talked to Sarah. That's all I can ask. All right. All right, VJ, I will follow you back when the live stream is over, okay? Hey, Bear Paws. By the way, here's my bike. Here's my bike. That's the bike I took for all 3 of my Bike Across America trips right here. And it's kind of old. I probably would have to buy a new bike. And anyway. Oh my gosh. What a live stream. Bike to Cat. Hey, Tate, where are you located? Where are you located? Tate, are you in? Where are you? No, yeah, thank you, Perspective Detective. I did go on a ranting. There's just some, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to go back to the topic that I was ranting about. So, Tate, you're in Sacramento? Oh, you just followed me on Twitter. That's awesome. Thank you. I will, after the live stream, I'll go. I'm on Twitter almost every day. I'm on Twitter, and I tweet here and there, and, Anyway, just crazy, man. But all right, so on the pros and cons list, I will say this. All the YouTube videos I would make, how fun it would be because it would take about 50, 55 days to bike across America. And in 2017, I did make videos, and it was fun. I had people following me. Every day I was uploading a few videos of the road or whatever. And but it would be pretty neat to do it again, to kind of to do my videos and just keep it real, show the scenery, funny things, good things, maybe hard days or whatever, that kind of thing. So yeah, hey, Bear Paws, hey, you live in Montana? Yeah, I'm thinking about, I'm just doing this live stream. I'm just doing this live stream, and it is, I don't know. This is good. I really appreciate everyone's input. Everyone's input has really encouraged me. But I have been thinking about it. Should I try it again? Here's the truth. Here, on a very practical matter, I'm going to be in Arizona in November and December. I leave on Thursday. I leave in less than 72 hours. I'm bringing my bike. The weather's going to be way warmer down there. And I'm just going to bike a lot in November and December. I'm going to train. Just going to get into shape. I'm going to go up and down hills and find hills and work out hard and just get into shape. And there's an aspect of just liking. I need to develop my love of cycling again and just ride a lot. And that might help me in January, February to decide whether to bike across America. So that's the first real practical thing is just to ride a lot in November, December, 10, 20 miles every day, or just get good workouts, have fun on the bike, Hey, Joel. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Joel. Joel, are you going to bike across America yourself? Yeah. Lots of cactus. I see the cactus icons. Here, I've made so many Saguaro not too shabbies. Here, I don't even know. I just have crusted Saguaro, And then triple crested saguaro. Saguaro National Park. Let's just play him.
It's a crested saguaro. Not too shabby.
Here's another one.
It's a triple crested saguaro. Not too shabby.
That's a really unique saguaro there. So pretty cool. Here's a tall saguaro.
It's a really tall saguaro. Not too shabby.
Hey, Joel, 1,500 miles is plenty of mileage. It's plenty of mileage. Yes, this is a Trek bicycle. Trek. It's kind of like, it's a basic brand. It's very popular. Trek. Yeah, no, that's the other thing too. I mean, there's not a lot of, the mechanics of a bicycle. There really is just the frame and the chain and the thing down here, the cassette. I do need to kind of it needs a thorough, it needs a really good tune up. But you're right. You don't have to buy a new bike, but I don't know. We'll just see. Maybe it's just time to buy a new bike. We'll see, though. It's been a good bike, though. So, there it is. Yeah. I can't believe the ranting I went on about truth and decency and human dignity, but I do get passionate. And, yeah, we'll see. But then that's more money I got to spend. See, that's the problem. It's more money. If I buy a new bike, that's more money I got to spend. I mean, I don't want to come off like I'm cheap. I really am the type of guy where, if you came and visited me, okay, pre-COVID, before the whole pandemic, I'd buy you dinner. Like, let's go to this pizza place. Let's go to Tony's Mountain Pizza. Let's go. I'll cover. Like, I'm generous. I think I'm generous with my money. I'm reasonably. But then if I had to spend it on myself, or I don't know, there's just something where I'm like, oh no. I drive a 13-year-old car right now. Here, I'll show you this is what my Honda Civic looks like right now. I'll show you. Look at that. The whole thing is busted. See the whole thing? It's busted. And the front of the wheel. I have a 13-year-old car with 272,000 miles on it. I just got an oil change today. And I refuse to buy a new car. Cars are poor investments. And I'm not going to spend money on a car unless I have to. And even a new one, sometimes you should buy a used one, and because the depreciation of cars, that whole thing. Yeah. So all that stuff. So should I bike across America? What do you think? Nobody has outright said, yes, Steve, you should go. Nobody said, no, Steve, don't go. And actually, the fact that nobody has said that tells me I've got some real friends in the chat section, because it is kind of like my personal, it is my personal decision. But what am I trying to say? I think there's some things where in life, I mean, as a therapist, I work with clients, and sometimes they'll ask me a question, and it's obvious that they have to make the decision. And I can't really push my agenda on them. I can't tell them what to do. I can just give them the principles, where I say, hey, here are the principles. Here's my general perspective. Here are the questions to ask yourself. But you have to decide. I can't tell you whether to do it or not do something, or because then I'm just pushing my own personal bias onto you, you know? So anyway, ha ha ha. But yeah, I should go. Jesse says I should go. Sean says I should go. Caden says, yeah, Caden gets it. Hey, we'll just see what happens, man. But, you know, but I do encourage you, you know, go check out my 2017 Bike Across America trip. And I just shared the link, bicycletrip.net. You can see I took pictures every day, and you can kind of follow me. I started in San Diego. I was in San Diego, biked across California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. I hit the Florida Panhandle, went across the Florida Panhandle. I was in Georgia just for like a few minutes, Southwest Georgia. And then I came back into Florida, and then I went halfway down Florida and I finished, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly. It's that whole issue of kind of like talking myself into it. Yeah, you get it, perspective. I'll be honest with you. I'm just being brutally honest. I think I'm leaning towards no. I think the cons are too strong. I don't want to spend. The money issue is like killing me. It's killing me. I don't know. And then I think I'm going to get bored, the routine. And then the reality is I like my job. I will miss my job. And then it's a little boring. The route I would take would probably not be that exciting until I got to like Illinois or Missouri. And I don't know, like I think I'd probably quit in West Texas. I'd quit in like Lordsburg, New Mexico. I got a feeling I'd be like, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this money? I can make a stand for truth and decency and human dignity another way. So anyway, I'm just talking. Yeah, no, I know, perspective. If the routine and the route aren't exciting in the planning phase, I know. And I think if you were listening about an hour ago, I was saying when I was doing my 2017 bike trip, I was excited about biking to Julian, which I'd done that before, but then to go from Julian to El Centro was exciting. And then to bike to Yuma was exciting. And then to go from Salome, Arizona to Buckeye was interesting. I'd never taken that road. And then to bike across Phoenix on Baseline. There's just this road where, you know, it's like a main road with 3 lanes on each side, kind of a busy, and it goes like 40, 50 miles across Metro Phoenix. And a good part of it had a bike trail or a bike lane. Much of it did, not all, but I biked across Phoenix on one road called Baseline. It was so cool. And then I remember getting to El Paso. I wanted to bike to El Paso. And I was like, this is cool. I really got to know El Paso, you know? And then I biked from El Paso to Carlsbad, New Mexico, which was scary, but it was also an adventure, and it was a great accomplishment. And then the trip kind of got boring because you're out of the mountains and you're in Texas. But there were so many aspects of that 2017 trip where I was excited. And I got to be honest with you, with 2019, the only thing that excites me is I got a friend in Illinois and I got a friend in Ohio, and making it to DC would be unbelievable. But the whole thing from California to like North Texas, you know, like I don't know, like if I could get myself jazzed about that. And then I'd bike northeast. I'd bike into Oklahoma and kind of go northeast. And man, Oklahoma. That's a miserable state. Oklahoma and Kansas are just awful. Like the scenery is so bad. The people, you could just, you know what I mean? Like the wind, the lack of scenery, you can just tell on their faces, you know, the lack of scenery is just beat them down. They got that like little stone face look. They don't really smile. They just have this look like life's beating me down. I'm just trying to survive. People in Kansas, Oklahoma, I see that all the time. You know? Yeah, that's right, Caden. Yeah. The whole population of Oklahoma just left the chat, but they do. Like I'm telling you, I don't know anyone who's happy to live in Oklahoma or Kansas. Oh my gosh, or even Nebraska. Those states, like you're so out of the mountains. Anyway, that's a roundabout, rambling way to say I don't even know that I'd be excited about being in Oklahoma, you know, or Missouri. Missouri, you know, they're kind of redneck. They think they're part of the South, but they're not. You know what I mean? Just, but I do know some people in Missouri. All right. Yeah, you know what, Detective? You're right, though. You're right. You said you'd be doing a lot of cycling on this bike trip. If that part doesn't excite you, then you'll be in trouble. You're right. See, the thing is, though, I've done it 3 times. All right. This is part of the madness is I've done it 3 times. So I feel like I'm not a pro, but I've done it 3 times. I know I can do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. You know what I mean? But you're right. I don't know how excited I am. And then November and December will be telling months. Can I really ride my bike a lot and have fun? Can I really, you know, can I get into a groove of saying, yeah, this is good. I'm loving my riding my bike. I'm in shape. I'm losing weight. You know what I mean? Because once you're riding every day, even just 10, 15 miles a day, you're getting a workout, you're sweating, you're going to bed many nights, and you're kind of tired a little bit, you know, 10 to 15 miles. Then you start getting mentally tougher where you're like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could bike across America. Yeah, you know, just bump it up. Start biking 30 miles a day, 40, 50 miles a day, you know? So anyway, I don't want to break my mask here. Here's my mask. I already went on a ranting about politics and Trump, his, you know. So I've gone on rantings about people who don't wear masks. That's another. I'm not even going to rant about it, but if, you know, wear a mask. It's the right thing to do, and it's the kind thing to do. So, and this little piece of plastic, it fell off my. I don't even know where it fell off. Oh, maybe it was over here. Maybe here. Caden, I don't know what to do. Caden, I should do a route that excites me and places to look forward to. I don't want to bike through Colorado. I'm telling you, man, it comes down to money. I know it sounds bad. Maybe I need to buy a lottery ticket or something, but if money was earmarked for me, if, I don't know, money fell out of the sky, you know, if God dropped money in my lap and said, Steve, go. I want you to go. Go. I'll go with you. It'll be fun. Then I think I could handle the route at the beginning not being too exciting. I could still have fun, but man, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm just talking. Ha ha ha! Why don't I shake it up and do Washington, Oregon, and California? That's not too shabby. That'd be a good idea. Bear paws. I'll pass on that though because I want to go across the country. I want to go across. I want to go across. Oh, by the way, hey, if you go on my YouTube channel, scroll down. I have a playlist where I have my Bike Across America videos from 2017. I have them right there. Go check it out. And you can see my videos from 2017. And, I made videos of the scenery and, like there's some good videos. There were some good ones. They weren't too wild but I don't know. So, yeah. I hate to say it, but I'm going to wrap it up. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes. I appreciate everyone who joined. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know. Yeah. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I go or should I not go? It's more funny than anything. I think it's a no. And then I even thought about this. It's a no, like, that term innocent until proven guilty. It's a no unless it turns into a yes. So I'm not going unless the default is I'm not going. So, but I might go. So, yeah. Perspective, that's cool. Flip a coin and then give myself the option to veto if my gut disagrees with it. Ha ha. Yeah, it would be. Ha ha ha. All right, I'll close with the not too shabby video. That's a good suggestion, Sean. Here's a hill with saguaro cactus. It's a hill with saguaro cactus. Not too shabby. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Wow. Wait. A cactus with magenta flowers. Here. It's a cactus with dark pink flowers on it. Not too shabby. I got more cactus not too shabbies. Let's see here. Here's one. It's a saguaro cactus. Not too shabby. I like that one. Not too shabby. Here's a metal saguaro cactus. It's a metal saguaro cactus. Not too shabby. Oh yeah. So many. Look at the thumbnail. Isn't that a great one? So I've got a lot of cactus not too shabbies. Oh, here's another metal. It's a saguaro cactus made out of metal. Not too shabby. Ha 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 ha. You like the scenic not too shabbies? Here's Saguaro National Park. Maybe this is scenic. It's Saguaro National Park. Not too shabby. All right. Take care, everyone. I'm going to go. So long. Thanks so much for your help on my pros and cons list. Right here. Bike Across America. Pros and cons. Let's see what happens. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye. So long. Bye.